Welcome to Christian Statesman. I'm your host, Zach Wagner, and this is episode 99. John Cena is a wimp. Anyone that has ever met John Cena knows he is the real deal. He is big, fit, and smart. He has a legendary pro wrestling career and has been reasonably successful in action movies. He has not achieved legendary Arnold Schwarzenegger status on the big screen, but then again, few have. But despite all his accomplishments, John Cena is now officially a wimp. What is the reason for his diminishment of status in this commentator's eyes? He just recorded a profuse apology to the government of China for, wait for it, simply referring to Taiwan as a country in his latest movie. Few people know how intense the historical situation is between mainland China and Taiwan. In 1949, Chiang Kai-shek fled mainland China after a brutal civil war with the remains of the U.S.-backed Nationalist Party and established their headquarters in Taipei. Meanwhile, Mao Zedong took over the mainland and established it as a nation under rule of the Communist Party with the capital in Beijing. A state of war has existed between the two entities ever since. Taiwan has declared their independence for many decades. Mainland China insists Taiwan is a province of theirs in rebellion and needs to eventually be brought to heel and reintegrated into the mainland government. Each country views the other as illegitimate. The only possible explanation for Cena's groveling apology is money. Apparently, the mainland government has threatened to ban his movie in their country, and that will cost dollars. This happens a lot in the movie industry. China has their fingers all over the Hollywood establishment. Remember the remake of Red Dawn? That movie was originally written and began filming with a portrayal of a Chinese invasion of the Northwest. Under protests from Beijing, the movie was rewritten and reshot using actors portraying North Koreans as the invading antagonists. Cena should stand up for real principle. The biggest biceps and ripped abs do not measure up to an atrophied conscience. Here's a minor news flash. If a group of people has been governing themselves, holding elections resulting in an established structure that has been acting independently for over 7 decades, we call that a country. That is not an opinion, that is simple political fact. And not only is Taiwan a country, it is a country with official diplomatic recognition, thanks to a person who is not a wimp, President Donald Trump. Officially recognizing Taiwan's independence was one of his last acts before leaving office in January. If Mr. Cena did not like the fact that some line in his recent Fast and Furious movie referred to Taiwan as a country, he should have referred the matter to his press agent or the studio. Or better yet, he should have told the Chinese officials to go pound sand. He is, after all, probably quite a bit physically tougher than any of them, even if some of that toughness came from a Balco-like bottle. Pity he could not be emotionally or morally tougher. We here at Christian Statesman believe that the majority of Americans do not clearly understand how evil the regime in China is, or how much of a threat they are to the West and the entire world. China is bent on world domination, and they are closer to this goal than one can imagine. A pandering press, sports leagues like the NBA, corporate interests, and bought-off politicians like the Biden family only make the situation that much more critical. That anyone in Hollywood would apologize to a regime with over 250 concentration camps within their borders that are perpetrating the grossest human rights violations in history against their own citizenry, up to and including genocide, is cowardice of the highest order of magnitude. John Cena should take back his apology, spoken in halfway decent Mandarin, it should be observed, and tell China that when they can stop torturing and killing their own people, he will accept an apology from them. For him to bow to China's infringement on a neighboring nation is inexcusable for an American, or citizen of any other freedom-loving nation for that matter. Take it back, John. Don't acquiesce. You look like a terrible wimp in doing so. We know you're tougher than that. Thank you for being with us today. Please subscribe, and as always, have a blessed day.